What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Sirr Love from Phase 6. Here's another snippet from Chasing Greatness. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Phase 6, your source for music, business, motivation, and support. It's your boy Sirr Love, and I'm super excited to have another episode of Chasing Greatness. Super excited, as you guys know. Today is a call out episode. I am randomly reaching out to all of you supporters out there. I just sent a mass text blast to a couple individuals, not a couple cities, a couple different cities, that would be appropriate for the time period. And we're going to see how many responses we get. I'm already starting to get a bunch of messages coming in. I am not going to get to everybody, but I'm going to reach out to a couple individuals that have sent me questions. Some of you guys were quick with the trigger and replied very quickly. I want to make sure that I support you and answer some of the questions that you guys have. So let's jump into it. Let's just jump straight into it today and see what's on the plate. So first, I got Reason out of California, and Reason sent a question over regarding PROs, and it looks pretty interesting. Let's see what he says. Should you still sign up with a PRO even if you don't have a fan base? And that's a great question. I do want to give you some insight on the question, but let's call him up. Actually, let me give you a little bit of insight, and then let's go ahead and call him up just so that we can get his context on it. But what I will say is the answer to that question is yes, because just because you don't have a fan base does not mean that you cannot generate revenue. All right, you can generate revenue through movies, through licensing deals that are not just movies. Licensing can be a wide plethora of things that I talk about all the time, but you do not need a fan base to generate revenue through your royalties and your publishing, right? There are people that make a lot of money that do not have one fan in the world. So yes, you still need to sign up, and let's talk about it, because you never know when you're one step away from getting placed on a video game or a commercial or an independent movie that gets picked up by Netflix or something of that nature. So let's give Reasons a call and let's see where this conversation goes. I'm going to go ahead and buzz him in right now. Let's do it.
Hello?
What's going on, Reasons? How you doing? This is Sirr Love.
Oh, how you doing, man?
I'm super solid, man. I sent out that blast and you were the first person that sent the message back. And I'm like, I gotta call this guy because he was scissor fingers with it, man. How's your day going out there in Cali?
I'm going through it. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. I'm going through it right now, but I'm doing all right, doing better, working on music now, so kind of got me out of my little slump.
Okay, so you're in a writer's slump right now, like you're struggling to kind of put the words together. Or?
No, it's just like a normal, life.
Okay, got it.
Life up and down, slump.
Got it. Now I get it, man. Cali's a hard city too, man. So these things, they come and go, right? These phases, they come and go. I want to say first off, I appreciate you for watching the channel and supporting everything that we're doing. And I'm super excited that you reached out, and so I want to make sure that I'm delivering and answering your question and kind of giving you some feedback that can help you win. And hopefully some of this information might, shift your energy a little bit and help you, kind of point down a direction of catching more W's, because we know it's it's waves. It comes and it goes, So let's talk about it. You said, should you sign up for a PRO when you don't have fans? That was your question, right?
Yeah.
And so the answer to that question when I saw it was immediately yes, right? And the answer is yes because, there's so many opportunities to get money out here and to win in the music business that do not require fans. And I really have a prediction that in the future, more artists are going to be getting involved in some of those traditional avenues of generating revenue, because there's going to be more possibility and opportunity there. So things around, getting placements for gaming, things around situations associated with movies, television shows, commercials. All of these things pay out, and some of your payouts are going to come through royalties and streaming, and not just streaming, royalties through sync deals, and they have nothing to do with whether you have fans or not. I actually know people that make a full living, make hundreds of thousands of dollars a year, and they do not have any fans. They do not make music for fans. They make music strictly for television and in movies. So, question for you: what sparked this conversation for you? Like, what made you ask that question?
Because actually, I'm doing right now. Starting this music journey on my own. So I've been ever since. I want to say maybe like 2 years ago. I've been, studying, just watching all the videos I can about music, music and, the business side of it. And it's like, I'm trying to figure out a way to, start making money and, so I can take it a little more seriously. Because, actually, you're like the second person I asked this, about the getting with a pro, and it's like, I understand, but it's just like, because I have music on Spotify right now. I have 2 songs on Spotify, and it's just like, okay, I'm buying, music promo, and, it's, I'm getting streams from it, but it's just like now, like, I'm cool for that. I want to start, bringing in money because, I kind of quit my job to take this music a little seriously. I'm not totally quit it. I do Instacart and stuff. But I was wondering, like, how am I going to bring in more? How am I going to start making money off of the music? Does that make sense? And it's just like, I see people, I have fans, and, they're streaming in and, getting royalty checks and stuff. And it's just like, well, I want to start, I'm wondering if me putting my music, if I'm putting my music on Spotify and it, it's getting streams, it's not getting, the most streams, 100,000, but it's getting up there.
Well,
like,
you're at 100,000 streams right now?
No, I'm not. I was saying, my streams aren't that high, and so I feel like, in order to get royalties from Spotify, my streams have to be in those, on that amount of streams. So let's do this. Let's talk money, right? Because right now you're basically saying, I want to get money. And there's a couple things that I heard you say that I want to point out to you and provide a little insight on. All right. Number one, if you're playing the streaming game, you need to understand how money works. All right. 1 million streams on average across multiple platforms is on average about $4,000, $4,500, something like that. Right. So to get less than 5 bands, you need 1 million streams. So let's put that in perspective, and you can do the math, less than, to figure out, okay, what would be, 500,000 or 250,000 streams, et cetera, right? So if you're trying to survive in Cali and pay your rent and this, that, and the third, you gotta be doing at least 1 million streams a month. If you're only depending on streams, right? Because you need to get at least like $4,500 a month, right? That would be a decent amount of revenue for you. So 12 million streams a year, you could potentially, survive, right? That would have you somewhere around a little over 50,000 for the year, right? And that would be a real career for you, right? That's money, okay? Let's talk about other avenues of money. Other avenues of money for you could be doing sync deals or television placements, right? I just did recently, the most recent television deal I did, it was a theme song, $20,000, right? So if you're shopping your music to television, to commercials, to all these outlets, there's a huge opportunity. Right now, there's COVID, everyone's locked in their house. There's a huge opportunity for placements in television because there's another independent movie coming out every other day. There's like over 100 independent movies dropping a day. I mean, that's not a realistic number, but it's crazy. This. You're watching Netflix, you're watching Hulu, you got Stars, you got ABC, all these different things are happening, and all these people need music.
right? They need people that have done their work, their job, who went and did the PRO work, that have their publishing together, their royalties together, that did what they were supposed to do and submitted their records, put the metadata on their records correctly, so when they search for your music, they know where to put it in a movie. That's very important for movies, right? All that type of information, right? So these are avenues that you can start taking to really generate revenue and generate money for yourself. And the last thing I want to say, which I think is super, super important, like those are just two general areas, right? Streaming, sync deals. Something else that's extremely important that I want to say to you is you said, hey man, I just quit my job because I want to take my career seriously. And that is something that is super troubling to me as a person that knows what it takes financially to make it in this space, and a person that hears the lies, because right now, as I said before, the music industry and motivational speaking industry have collided, and for some reason we believe that you have to be dead broke, sleeping in your car to prove that you really want it, and that's not true. The person that really wants it is the person that works that bullshit job that they don't fucking want to do, and they go there every day and stack up their checks because they want to invest in streaming playlists that are going to help them reach 1 million plays a month so that they can make $4,500 a month, right? That's not the it's very easy to quit and just believe in the dream and fantasize and say that you're going to somehow make it and be broke out here struggling, living the dream in your mind. It's much harder to actually go to fucking work, sacrifice however much money you're making, take 50% of it and put it to the side, 50% or more, put it to the side, live on scraps so that you can pay for the marketing opportunities that would allow you to invest in yourself and eventually get to the point where you're generating those streams consistently so that you can walk away from that job forever. I think that's a more realistic plan than quitting your job. It's easy to quit your job and dream. It's hard to keep your job, hate your job, and grind.
All right.
So I want to put that energy in the air, man. I know that's not what you wanted to hear, but I want to put that energy in the air.
No, yeah, I understand that, and you know, I think there's more to it why I kind of left my job right now, but it's not like I'm totally just out here not making money. I'm doing this, I'm working, I'm getting money up, so it's not like I understand what you're saying. Don't go for fairy tale dreams. I understand that,
Yeah, right. And I'm not trying to, and listen, I'm not trying to take, but listen, you opened the call by saying, listen, man, I'm in a weird space right now, and I am not trying to take shots at you, because I get it. I've been in those dark spaces where you really don't know what the F you're going to do with your life. I've been there. Like, I remember listening to motivational speakers, breaking down, crying in my room by myself, just listening to Les Brown and Tony Robbins on repeat because I couldn't figure out the fuck I was going to do with my life. So I don't know if you're there, but I know what it is to be down trying to figure out your next transition. I remember my transition from music to television, from television to nonprofit. I remember these transitions. They were hard transitions. They were uncomfortable, right? So as you're looking at your journey, you're trying to put it together, just take some time. The answer to your question is yes, do all your PRO work, get your stuff together, right? Because you don't want an opportunity to come in and you're not ready. The last thing you want, and I'm going to be interviewing some music licensors and supervisors soon. You guys will be able to hear it from them, the people that actually place your stuff in movies. But the last thing you want is for someone to be super excited about your song, and they can't cut you that $20,000 check because you didn't do your paperwork. So the answer is yes. Get your PRO set up, because if you make dope music and somebody wants it, the music budgets always come last in film. They pay everybody out. They pay the music people last. So we get the bottom of the budget, number one. And two, we get the deal when they're beyond deadline. Like, oh my God, the show is going to air in 3 weeks. I need your song now. I don't have time to wait for you to do your publishing paperwork, find your split sheets. They don't have time, right? At that point, you just lost the deal. So yes, the answer to your question is yes. Do the PRO, get your stuff together. It doesn't cost much to get set up. Obviously with a PRO, ASCAP and BMI don't require any type of special entry for membership. You got to get invited for CSAC because you're here in the States. So ASCAP is more affordable than BMI. So make a choice on which path you want to go, and sign up for them, for sure. I know I'm reaching out to quite a few people tonight, and I actually would love to continue this conversation, but I want to try to touch as many people as possible. But was that helpful? Did that kind of help your question and kind of help your view a little bit?
I mean, yeah, it really did. Yeah, it kind of, just, gave me another revenue option. Way to generate revenue besides having a fan base. So I didn't really think about that, and so I'll definitely do some more research on which PRO I should sign up with.
Yeah, definitely look into the PROs, and look out for the videos that we're going to be coming out with, because I'm going to have a music supervisor, I'm going to have a licensor, I'm going to have all these people come on to the show, and they will tell you different ways and techniques to go about getting paid without having an audience. So I'm bringing that information to you. So, stay up. I know you're going through it. I listened to Tony Robbins and Les Brown when I was going through it. I would recommend them to you, Zig Ziglar as well, and then Eric Thomas. These are motivational speakers that can just sometimes something that they do can kind of get you motivated. I'm also a religious guy, so I listen to a lot of preachers and pastors. T.D. Jakes was really big for me when I was going through my lows. So I definitely suggest you watch some of these videos, get some inspiration, get yourself motivated, and get back on the horse. Take your time and do what you got to do. But I really appreciate you for reaching out, Reason. All right.
All right, thank you for calling me. I appreciate that.
Yeah, man, no problem, man. And stay tuned. I'm going to be doing this regularly. So next time I send a message out, if you reply as quick as you did this time, you'll be on again, man. So enjoy the rest of your day, bro. Take care.
You too. Bye-bye.
All right, later. Wow. That's real, man. I really would have loved to stay on that call just a little bit longer and just kind of indulge that piece. And try to figure out really what he's going through, because I know what it's like. For so many of us in the game, you reach these crossroads. He said he just quit his gig. You reach these crossroads where you're trying to figure out your life. You're questioning your own personal success. You're questioning if this is what you should do, if this is what you were made for. Is this your purpose? Should I be doing something else? Should I give up? Should I quit? And in music, we go through that so often, because as a creative person, people don't always value your art financially. People don't always value your art professionally. People that you love will tell you that you're wasting your time, and people that have no idea who you are will tell you that you're the truth. And it's a hard thing to juggle. So anyone that's going through that, stay consistent with the path. Do not give up on yourself. The biggest thing or biggest attribute that you can attribute to success is not quitting, right? 10, 12 years. If you go 20 years and don't make it, maybe it's you, but you might have to put in 10, 12 years before you really get where you want to be. Other people make it happen earlier. Some people get there lucky, but for you, it might be that. Stay down and stay committed. And I do not recommend ever quitting your job, because this crap is expensive and you need money to finance what you do. I don't know everything, but I know a lot about a little and a little bit about a lot. And I'm trying to give you guys everything that I got right here on Phase 6. Check us out at www.phasevi.com. Again, that's www.phasevi.com. Beam in.